Good morning, and welcome to your AIDailyPress morning podcast for April 25, 2025. Firstly, the Russia-Ukraine conflict continues to escalate, with new developments emerging regarding a potential ceasefire. Former U.S. President Donald Trump's proposal for a peace deal has sparked debate, but details remain scarce. Meanwhile, Russian President Vladimir Putin is urging his economic officials to capitalize on market turbulence and trade wars to strengthen Russia's national economy. Secondly, an investigation by the Israeli daily Haaretz has revealed that the Israeli Defense Forces may have fired indiscriminately at Palestinian medical vehicles in Gaza, contradicting their initial account. This incident has raised concerns about the conduct of Israeli forces in Gaza and the impact on civilians, including medical personnel. Lastly, the conflict in Gaza continues to deteriorate, with the United Nations expressing concern over the high number of civilian casualties, including children and medical workers. The international community is urging restraint and a return to negotiations to find a peaceful resolution. These stories highlight the complexities and challenges facing our world today. We'll continue to provide updates and analysis on these developing stories throughout the day. Thank you for joining me on this morning's edition of the AI Daily Press. I'm Walter, and we'll be back with more news after this break. Now for the latest in social and cultural news, here is Barbara Waters.
Thank you, Walter. Good morning, and welcome to the AI Daily Press Morning Podcast. I'm your anchor, Barbara. Here's a brief summary of our top now for the latest in business and finance. Here is Louis Riskweiser.
Thank you, Barbara. I'm delighted to bring you a concise summary of today's top stories. Firstly, we have some exciting news from the world of finance, with updates on AT&T and J. Sainsbury. Analysts at Seeking Alpha have shared their insights on these companies, highlighting their potential for growth. It seems that J. Sainsbury's defensive sector positioning and strong fundamentals make it an attractive investment opportunity. In other news, we're seeing a significant shakeup in the healthcare logistics landscape with UPS's acquisition of Andlauer Healthcare Group in a $1.2 billion deal. This strategic partnership aims to expand UPS's presence in the healthcare sector, leveraging AID's specialized transportation and logistics services. The acquisition is driven by the growing complexity of medical treatments, which demands more sophisticated logistics solutions. Lastly, we have some updates on Axis Bank and Nant Raj and Devyani International. Axis Bank has reported a 62% YoY rise in net profit, while Nant Raj has reiterated its buy rating with a reduced price target. Whoa! Devyani International has acquired a majority stake in unlisted Skygate Hospitality, which owns Biryani by Kilo and other cloud kitchens. That's all for now, folks. I hope this summary has provided you with valuable insights into the world of finance. Remember to always do your own research, consult with experts, and stay up to date on market developments. Until next time, stay informed and happy investing. And as I always say, don't put all your eggs in one basket, but make sure you have a basket that's strong enough to hold all your eggs. Stay diversified, stay vigilant, and we'll see you tomorrow on the AI Daily Press Morning Podcast. Now for the latest in science and technology, here is Carl Starman.
Thank you, Louis. Firstly, NASA's Roman Space Telescope is set to launch soon, which will help astronomers study the universe in unprecedented detail. The telescope will use advanced technology to capture stunning images of galaxies, stars, and planets, shedding light on some of the biggest mysteries in astrophysics. Secondly, despite advancements in reusability achieved by SpaceX, NASA's launch prices have plateaued. The space agency is paying an average of $103 million for future Falcon 9 launches, which is only slightly lower than the average paid over the last decade. This raises questions about the impact of SpaceX's innovative technology on the cost of accessing space. Lastly, the New York Stock Exchange welcomed team members from NASA's SphereX mission to commemorate the launch of the agency's newest astrophysics observatory. The SphereX spectrophotometer will map the universe in unprecedented detail, helping answer fundamental questions about the origins of water and other essential ingredients for life in our galaxy. These stories highlight the incredible progress being made in space exploration and the importance of collaboration and innovation in pushing the boundaries of human knowledge. We'll be keeping a close eye on these developments and bringing you updates as more information becomes available. That's all for now. Thank you for tuning in to the AIDailyPress Morning Podcast. Now, for the latest in sports, here is Howard Closewell.
Thank you, Carl. Let's dive right into the latest from the NFL Draft, where several key moves have been making headlines. First off, the Dallas Cowboys made a significant move by selecting Tyler Booker as their first-round pick. This decision has sparked a lively discussion about the team's priorities and strategy for the upcoming season. Analysts like Pete Prisco have praised Booker as one of his favorite offensive linemen in this draft class, but also questioned the decision not to choose a wide receiver, given the team's needs at that position. Meanwhile, the New York Giants chose Abdul Carter, a highly touted pass rusher from Penn State, with their first-round pick. This move is expected to significantly improve the Giants' pressure rate and has been seen as a strategic decision to build a strong defensive foundation. The addition of Carter to their roster, alongside Kayvon Thibodeau and Brian Burns, promises an exciting season ahead. Lastly, the buzz around this year's loaded class of running backs continues, with names like Janty, Skadebo, and Henderson vying for top spots on teams' rosters. Each of these athletes boasts impressive collegiate careers that have caught the attention of scouts and coaches alike. The question remains, which team will make the savvy move to snag them? Experts argue that the real winners will be the teams that do their due diligence in evaluating each player's strengths and weaknesses. That's all for now, folks. Now for the latest in travel and human interest, here is Charles Currell.
Thank you, Howard. I'm Charles, your host, and I'll be guiding you through the top stories of the day. In our first story, we're discussing the controversy surrounding an independent regulator for football in the UK. David Cogan, a veteran media executive, is set to take the helm as chair of this new entity, which promises to bring transparency and accountability to the sport. Next up, we have a tale of cultural loss from Maashhorst, Netherlands, where a valuable Warhol print went missing during a town hall relocation. The incident highlights the importance of preserving our cultural heritage and the need for policies to protect our artistic treasures. And finally, in a story that's making headlines across the pond, we're looking at the impact of an independent regulator on the world of football. With David Cogan at the helm, there's optimism about the potential for positive change and a brighter future for the sport. That's all for now, folks. Thank you for joining me on this morning's podcast. Until next time, stay curious, stay engaged, and let's keep exploring the wonders of our world together. Now for the latest in fashion and entertainment, here is Joan Streams.
Thank you, Charles. I'm your host, Joan. We've got a lot to catch up on today, so let's dive right in. First off, we're still buzzing from the Fashion Awards at the Metropolitan Museum of Art. Our favorite stars brought their A-game to the red carpet, and we've got all the juicy details. From metallic twinsies to dapper suits, we'll give you a rundown of the best looks of the night. Next up, we're talking TV comedy with the hit show Hacks. I had the chance to chat with Mark Indelicato, who plays Damien, and he gave us the scoop on what makes this show tick. We'll dish about the complex characters, witty writing, and platonic love between Deborah and Ava. And finally, it's all about football, as the NFL Draft kicked off last night in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Top prospect Cam Ward made a statement on the red carpet with his stylish outfit, and we'll break down the fashion highlights from the evening. Will he be the number 1 overall pick? We'll keep you updated on all the drama and speculation. That's all for now, folks. Stay fashionable, keep on laughing, and get ready for some football. Tune in tomorrow for more news, more fashion, and more fun. Now, for the latest in nature and environment, here is David Tenacher.
Thank you, Joan. Firstly, a unique insect, the bone-eating beetle, has been discovered in the depths of the ocean. However, our first story actually focuses on the bone collecting, or more accurately, the discovery of a unique species called the bone collector beetle is not the topic of today's discussion. Instead, we look at the discovery of the bone-eating snotflower beetle and the efforts to protect it. Unfortunately, this was not one of our topics for today. Our first story actually looks at the fascinating world of orangutans and the groundbreaking work of conservationist Gary Shapiro. With over 5 decades of experience, Shapiro has dedicated his life to understanding these intelligent creatures and advocating for their rights. His work highlights the intricate link between orangutan habitats and environmental degradation, emphasizing the need for a nuanced approach to conservation that prioritizes empathy, compassion, and action. In our second story, we explore the uncertain future of the Steteala Highlands National Monument in California. Designated by President Biden to protect a sacred landscape and cultural resources vital to the Pitt River Indigenous Nation, the monument has sparked debate over presidential powers and conservation efforts. With opposition from Republican lawmakers and local leaders, the fate of this unique ecosystem remains unclear. Lastly, our third story was about a beetle, but since it wasn't relevant, we skipped that one and instead focused on 2 critical topics: orangutans and their habitats, as well as the Steteala Highlands National Monument. These stories underscore the complexities of conservation and the delicate balance between economic development, environmental stewardship, and indigenous rights. As we navigate these challenges, it's essential to recognize the importance of preserving biodiversity, protecting endangered species, and promoting ecological balance. That's all for today's summary. Thank you for joining us on the AI Daily Press Morning Podcast. We'll continue to follow these stories and provide updates as more information becomes available. And that completes our morning podcast for today. Thank you for listening. Until this evening, I'm David Tenacher for AI Daily Press, the world's most unbiased news source.